Pleased with the first day. First of all, I want to acknowledge our strength and conditioning staff. I think they did a great job, and the guys came back from spring break ready to go. So did the coaches, and so really good attitude out there. Everybody finished practice that we had anticipated. We're just installing some of our basic stuff with offense and defense and some kicking game, and but really good attitude. I thought we had good energy and good experience, and some guys making good plays. So particularly, we've really taken a hard look at this emerging receiving core, with C.J. Johnson, and you've got Austin Conway, John Aquali, and James Price. Those guys there made some good plays, but there's still some progress to be made there. But overall, pretty pleased with the progression there. Thought Logan Wilson really did a couple nice things today. Picked off a pass and took it back for an interception. So pleased with that. So outside of that, it was a really good start. And as a coach, it was fun for me to come in and at least really know these guys. And so it was a good start.
How, look, it's 15 practices, haven't put the pads on, but to get off to a good start like that, is it important in your experience to do that in spring ball to set the tone maybe?
Well, it's important to get a good start. I think what you said, though, is really going to be important to finish and continue through. Mature football teams strive to work to get better every day, but I can tell you there was an air of confidence, good intensity, and those things come about because of maturity. They also come about because of trusting the system, and then there are other players, and that allows them to play faster. And so that was really encouraging to see. Now, I'll watch the tape. Sometimes the tape doesn't bear out what you see, but typically I've got a pretty good baseline on what I saw today, and so we're pleased with the progress.
Coach, you mentioned strength and conditioning. Are there any guys that stand out as having made really big jumps from the end of the season to now?
Yeah, when I was talking to him, a couple of young freshmen, Drew Harvey was a young freshman who made some great strides. Now he's also, he's probably a long ways away from playing, but we're really pleased with him. I thought Tyree Mayfield has put on some good lean muscle mass. So is Arson Fort, along with Josh Harshman. Particularly pleased with some of the guys in the secondary. I think, Marcus Epps and Andrew Winger really came back in good shape. And Logan Wilson's up to 230 pounds right now and running really well. So we're pleased with that.
Coach, I know that, tight end, losing Hollister, you got, Mayfield and Harshman have played, but, when Fort came back, he was a quarterback, but he's had a full year to kind of to practice and work out being a tight end. And I've been talking with Coach Vegan that he's maybe physically as gifted as any of them. What are your thoughts on him, and how big of a spring is this now that he's kind of had a year to kind of work at tight end?
It's important, and we utilize all those guys that you just mentioned will play. We run a lot of different tight ends in there, so we're pleased, with the guys you noted, Josh Harshman and Tyree, but certainly Austin's got a lot of ability. He's put on some good weight. He's about 240 pounds, runs real well, and I think just for him to be in our system another year playing a tight end position is going to be important.
It was the first day with Gavin at center. I know it's just one day.
I would say a little bit of a mixed bag. A couple times ball's on the ground a little bit too much for my liking, but overall I think he's got a pretty good understanding of what he's doing there, and so those other things will get cleaned up.
I know last year, you guys were coming off the season-ending win against UNLV, and
yep.
But is it noticeable that there's a little bit more upbeat and optimism this time around, just the way the last season was?
I think there was so much uncertainty before. Guys are trying to find their way, and certainly there was a saying, "Fake it till you can make it." It's just a real understanding. Okay, how good can we be? And nothing builds success like some success. Now, while we didn't finish off the year like we wanted, I think the hunger is there, and also the resolve and the belief that we can be a good football team. Now we got to learn how to keep on working, but I've seen a different demeanor, how our guys carry themselves, and typically that transitions into playing with more confidence.
More the same on Thursday, is more installation?
More installation. We'll do a little bit more team. We did double reps again today, which is always helpful for us to do. numbers are such that we can do that. But we'll extend our team session because we'll add, another set. We'll continue to work on what we put in today, but we'll add some more things on offense and defense in the kicking game. Okay? All right.